You are now listening to the TuckersDaily Podcast with your hosts, LJ and Tiffany Tucker, a house that is united unless we're talking football.
Yo. And we are back, y'all.
We're back.
With another top 5.
We are.
So today's top 5, we're going to be talking about rookies that came into this year's league.
Yep. New rookies in the NFL.
New rookies.
Yeah. There are quite a few good ones.
Yeah, they are.
Good ones in relation to coming from college.
Yeah.
And don't really know how they're going to do when they get into the big leagues.
But this rookie class is actually pretty good. A lot of guys coming in.
3
starting
QBs.
Immediately. 3 QBs, you know. I think it was a good rookie class.
Yeah, I think so too.
That's why we going to make a top 5 for this rookie class.
We are. All right. Let's get into it. With number 5.
Number 5. Okay, I'll pop it off. Number 5 for me. Might be a shock to a lot of people.
Oh, really?
But I think the guy he need a little more time. Maybe I'm wrong, but I just feel with the competition he's going up against, I think he's going to need a little more time to get groomed into that offense.
All right, let's not belabor.
Bryce Young.
Bryce
Young
you put Bryce Young at number 5.
I feel like, yes, they're
a lot of people might hate you for that one because if people who may be watching this that don't know, Bryce Young was drafted number 1 overall.
He was number 1 pick going into the Carolina Panthers. I just felt like
From
the Carolina
Alabama.
Panthers lost a lot of weapons around them, which they did compensate on it too. But I just feel like with that system and the competition with the NFC South, I feel like he's gonna. Yeah. It's gonna take him a little time. He's gonna be good, but it's gonna take him a little time.
I'm just going ahead and burst your bubble. I don't even have Bryce Young on my list.
Wow. And here I am trying to justify it. But
yeah, he didn't make my top 5, and I don't think he's going to make the top 5 rookies of the season. My reason as to why he's not on my list, one, I think he needs to gain more weight. He's still college level quarterback to me, and what I mean by that, I think that he is going to get knocked all across the court, knocked all across the field.
Yeah.
He's and I don't think that he's that much of a runner. So it's not like he's just going to be taking off like he's Deshaun Watson, right? We can say Deshaun Watson was little too, but he was fast. Most of his game was in his legs at the beginning. So I know Bryce Young can throw. I just don't think that he's ready to really make a stamp this year. I do think he's going to put on some pounds. He's going to play. I think he needs a little bit about maybe 2 years in the league before he really starts to show what he can do. I don't think he sucks. Okay. I'm not saying that. I just think that he still has some growth to do before he's really talked about.
I can see that.
And Carolina does not have a line that's going to protect him.
That is true. Good
he's
point.
going to be running for his life and getting hit, and that's going to scare him a little bit because he's small. It's going to hurt. So it's going to be an adjustment for him for sure. It's not like Alabama. He had a lot of time to throw, to sit in the pocket, to do what he needs to do. That's not going to happen in over in the Panthers. So that's why he didn't make my list, because I just don't think this season is going to be something. It's going to be like I want to say a Tua situation, but,
wait a minute.
I don't want to throw Tua on the bus. So
who is your number 5?
All right, my number 5 is, I don't know how to say his first name. It's Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yes.
Is
Jahmyr
it?
Gibbs.
Jahmyr Gibbs. Yes. Running back who's going to Detroit. I just like his game. I think he's fast.
Yeah.
He
also
runs.
Also a product of Alabama.
Yep. Runs good routes, which is, he came from Alabama.
Yeah.
Smart about his runs and all of that and where he's going, but going through the whole thing like that. But I don't know. I just think I think the running backs this year, well, especially him, kind of really show that we're going to, and don't get me wrong. See, this is, if you watch the running back top 5, you'll understand what I'm about to say.
Okay.
I think we are getting running backs this year that really are going to be the next wave. I feel like we've had a pretty stale incoming running backs. Because, I mean, you think about it. The running backs we put on our top 5 have been in the league for a good little minute. You know, we haven't had any new running backs really show us like, I'm on the scene. You know, so I feel like this year, there were some running backs who got drafted that I think might start getting, those spots.
I agree. Because I actually got...
and Gibbs will be one of them.
I got a running back on my top. So we're gonna
I got more than one running back on mine.
Yes,
so, all right, let's see. All right, well, who's your number 4?
My number 4. And a lot of people are like, what? I'm going to go Anthony Richardson.
Ooh!
And the reason why I put him over Bryce Young is just a situation. I think the level of competition with the Colts and that offense that the Colts have and the defense actually what the Colts have. I feel like he's in a little bit better situation. And and just his size. Oh, my goodness. He's massive, like a little Cam Newton, but he's faster, I believe, I feel like that's going to help him be durable. He may work on some throwing, but I feel like they're going to be a run-first team. So I picked him.
Well, interestingly, he's on my list too, but he's number 3. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you, he's on my list. He's number 3. I do like Richardson. I think he is actually going to show us a lot. I actually put him on the category of, what's his name? Seattle quarterback right now. Geno Smith. I see him like a Geno Smith, a bigger Geno Smith, where his game's going to be kind of like that. Can run, but can throw. A real all-around type of quarterback that really is going to fit the system well.
Yeah, that's what's going to help him. I think the system is going to help him. They're going to gear around him. So
he's tough too.
Yeah, he's a tough guy.
He's tough. He's then, like got a lot of grit.
And the thing about him, Florida really didn't do him the justice. Let's just call it, SEC.
He just needs some polishing.
SEC, but yes, and I think that's what it was.
Yeah,
he's got a lot of raw talent, pure athlete.
Yeah,
and I think in a system that can gear a system around him.
Yeah, which is the Colts, because the Colts have very definite plays and systems. Yes. So I think if he adapts well to that, I think that they have something.
They got something going on down there. Yeah.
So I skipped to my 3.
So who's your 4?
My number 4, C.J. Stroud. Now let me tell you something.
Whoa, wait a minute.
I know.
Ooh, wait a minute.
I know. Okay, so
you just took. Never mind. You know what? I need you to explain this because a lot of people are going to be mad at this. And they're going to be like, what? She don't know what you're talking about. But if you have a valid point to back that up.
Okay. Well, my point is my opinion. And so, hey, you tell me what your top 5 is, okay? The reason why, and don't get me wrong, I actually was going to put him number 1 at one point in my mind because I do think he's better than Bryce Young. I do think out of all the quarterbacks, C.J. Stroud will be top. And he will be the top rookie quarterback. I will say that. Yeah. I think C.J. Stroud is going to be the top rookie quarterback of this season.
Why we put him in number 4?
The reason why I put him number 4 is because there are other players that are in different positions that were drafted to teams where they will shine that are probably going to have more. They just have more stats and more impact. So. But C.J. Stroud, I think, is awesome. No, so the reason why I think he's going to be better than Bryce Young, the reason why he didn't go first, because we're going off of college. Bryce Young's coming out the best in college. But we're going off the NFL and how you're going to do in the NFL. C.J. Stroud is a better quarterback because he has the size. He's also going to a team who is trying to revamp themselves so they can really do what they need to do around him and everything for him. I also think he's all around too. He runs, he throws. I think he also has the poise. Yeah. He has the grit. Yeah. He also has the, I think, level of
he's a good
fearlessness and leadership. Yeah, that I think maybe the fearlessness, maybe Bryce Young might be. I just think like Bryce Young might be he might be too timid at this moment. Yeah. I'm not saying he's like he can't play. I'm just saying I think C.J. Stroud shows a little bit more fearlessness of like, I can go in there, I can start, and I can do my thing. And these defensive players are not about to just scare me off the field type thing.
Interesting.
So that's why I say he's the best rookie quarterback this year. But unfortunately, there's other players that I feel are going to really make a stamp.
What's crazy is I put him as my number 2.
Okay.
And to go back in, just to piggyback on what you said with C.J. Stroud, I do feel he was the best quarterback coming out. He kind of showed you that in that Georgia game, but he did go up against Georgia, and Georgia defenses in the past years has been very, very, very good. But he still played really good.
Yeah.
He really well. And the reason why I don't have my number one just because, like you said, he went to the Texans, and the Texans they're struggling. I would say the only main offensive weapon they had was Damian Pierce, the running back they drafted last year. That's pretty solid. But they still revamping. They still trying to rebuild.
And then so why you put him number 2 as overall? What do you think is
just
special
because
about him?
He did go up against a hard defense, and he did do good when he was at Ohio State. I honestly felt he should have been the number 1 quarterback taken.
Okay.
But him going to Houston is not bad. They do have a new coach. They do have a solid running back, I feel, in Damian Pierce. They picked up Devin Singletary. And then the division is not the strongest of divisions.
It's not, so that he could really make some noise.
Now, he do got huge shoes to fill. So
he does.
So Houston Texans fans, I know the loss of Deshaun Watson in some of you guys' eyes is like huge, but I do feel like CJ Stroud could fill them shoes, and he could bring that electric and fire back to the organization.
As long as he's feeling only the shoe that's on the field,
we're
not the shoes that are at the massage parlor.
Yeah, that is true, but that's another conversation. But we definitely I feel that CJ Stroud,
Okay, well then, if he's your number 2, who's your number 3?
My number 3, I'm going receiver to you guys. I'm going with Jordan Addison. Jordan Addison came from USC, went to the Vikings, and I think he's going to do well just because he has a great mentor and probably, arguably, the best receiver in the league right now, Justin Jefferson. Him working with him, Justin Jefferson is going to demand.
I don't know if I see Justin Jefferson as a mentor, but
But I think, he is young, so it's kind of hard to say. But if I'm Jordan Addison, I'm definitely going to be studying. You don't have to talk to me, but I'm going to be watching how he move, how he run his routes, how he go about working out. Because if I want to be the best, you have to learn from what? The best. So I think that'll help him out. I think a lot of defenses this year are going to double Jefferson.
Yeah.
I don't think he's just going to be getting that single coverage. Yeah. So that'll mean it'll be single coverage.
Which will be his time to really shine. So he should use it. And then them
losing Dalvin Cook.
He should use it.
They kind of need him in a way, because they don't really have much offense. But that's my number 3. So who's yours?
All right. Well, so you just say your number 3 and 2 because you skipped 3 to go to 2. So then I guess I'll do my number 2. My number 2 is Bijan Robinson. Now, Bijan Robinson is about to be the man of ATL. He's about to be the man of ATL.
I agree.
Watch and see.
I agree.
This man is about to put the shakes back into the Falcon Stadium.
I think so.
I really do. I think he's explosive.
I think he's going to be the Nets' best running back.
Okay.
Behind.
Who would you compare him to as a running back? His style.
LT. LaDainian Tomlinson. Probably people, you may know of him, but.
Why don't we stick to someone in the league?
Oh, in the league? Don't get me wrong, but I see him as a Nick Chubb.
Okay. I can see that.
I see if you watch his runs and highlights, great stability, catch out the backfield, block, hard to tackle, make you miss, and he got breakaway speed. And his size is impeccable. The guy is huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah.
And
that's why he's my number 2.
He's her number 2, but he's my number 1.
Okay.
He's my number 1. Now I will say, if I'm being honest, when he got drafted, I was very shocked. I didn't think the Falcons were going to go with him. I thought the Falcons actually had them a decent running back. I thought they were going to go defense.
I know.
I really did.
What is going on with that?
I don't know. The Falcons is just, we're going to let them do it, and we'll
see how they manage that.
How they manage that. But I thought they were going to go defense and Jalen Carter, I'll be honest with you, from Georgia. But
they should have.
But I will say, Bijan Robinson is definitely the best running back coming out.
I think so.
You can't argue him coming out of college. He's definitely.
I think so. He's explosive.
He's explosive.
I think he can actually be the offense. I think can actually be built around him. I'm not even gonna lie.
I do believe that.
Sorry to that quarterback. Sorry to that man. But I do think the offense should probably be built around Robinson.
Yeah.
And I think if they do that, they may have a solid chance.
I think so too. Because I love what they did on defense. They had great pieces on defense.
Yeah.
And I think Robinson is a great key, but I think he would have been a key to anybody's team.
Yeah,
he
would have.
Even if some people who are actually good starters right now, I think he could argue that he may take your spot.
Yeah.
Because the man is probably the most complete running back I've seen come out since. Wow. Elliott.
I was about to say Elliott.
Yeah. Elliott or Barkley. I would say Barkley, but I would say more productive. I would say Elliott.
Yeah. Which
just like the size and how he can run, man.
Yeah.
So he was my number one. So who's your number one?
My number one. Okay. Let me just tell y'all.
I'm dying to see what
I'm not dropping my head because I feel like a lot of people are going to be like, "What, girl?" And this is my, what do we call it when we have like a pick that no one probably will agree with? What do we call it?
We'll call it what you want to call it.
Remember we called it? It was like, this is going to be my I forgot. But
let's say dark horse. We'll say this is my random. This is my pick that I really don't care what you guys think. This is my opinion.
Yeah,
so.
I forget what we called it. It was something.
No, I'm down here. I'm actually intrigued.
But the reason, let me give you a caveat. I'm gonna build you guys up because I know you're wanting me to just say it. For some reason, I like him. I like his play. I like his confidence. I like the team he went to. I like the system he's about to be in. I don't know. It's something about him that's telling me he's going to be something. And I just feel like he has been put into a position in a place where he's about to shine. And that is,
I do not know who she's talking about.
Zay Flowers.
Oh, no, she did.
I know.
I can't knock him.
This man you're about to be really catching the ball from Lamar Jackson.
Ooh,
and you have OBJ on the other side.
That's a good mentor.
Which is only there for distraction.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later.
Okay.
He's going to be the one taking and getting the ball. You got to watch. He might take somebody's spot off the top 5 wide receivers this year.
Oh, you give him that much?
I give him that much. One, because the Baltimore Ravens are clearly a good team. And I think they have added something for Lamar. They've always been missing really good receivers for him. And now he has 2 good receivers. One who is more of a distraction on the field to get the defenses on him. And then the other who, if you let him go by, he's gone. Yeah. Not only can he catch, he got hops. Yeah. He can run all around. I think, and he is ready. He's hungry.
I love me some Lamar Jackson. And I think,
and Lamar is so elated.
They actually got a top 5 tight end. And Mark Andrews.
Oh, yeah, he's coming back.
Mark Andrews. Mm-hmm. He got J.K. Dobbins running back. I like the young dude, Isaiah Likely.
Well, I'm not talking about the whole team. I'm just talking about Zay Flowers. Because let's not get it twisted.
Zay Flowers.
He love to pull out.
Because when you mention the Ravens, you got to mention everything.
No, you don't.
And you got to mention my cousin on the team.
Oh, my God.
That's my cousin, y'all. Jason Tucker.
Comment down below if you think he's a secret Baltimore Ravens fan. Every time we do this, when we talk about the quarterbacks, he really be on Baltimore Ravens. You secret Baltimore Ravens.
No, I just root for him. They get a lot of. He's gonna
be here.
Like I said, we're gonna see.
I just think he's going. I put him number 1 because I really do think
I like Zay Flowers.
He's about to get a lot of yards.
I'm gonna put a but there because yes, he's good. But there's been a rookie that's been standing out. When I've been doing my little research, he's been standing out. And I'm going to give him an honorable mention. I just put him on there because he's definitely not the number 1 option.
Who?
He's not number 1 option. And he's really not number 2 right now. But he's definitely going to make an impact before the season over with.
Who?
I can't pronounce his name.
I know he's talking about name.
We're going to butcher it.
What's his last name?
We're going to butcher today.
You probably can pronounce his name.
I'm just going to say Jackson Smith Jigba.
Jigba. Okay.
But the last name you can't pronounce. He went to the Seahawks.
Yeah.
That man.
Okay, well, since we did what you did for Baltimore, why y'all thought I picked Geno as a good quarterback, top 5 this year because their team
been raving about this.
This team have gotten so. I think Seattle has gotten like the sleeper pick type picks. I think so too. To where people haven't been like on a huge buzz about it, but when the season starts, they're gonna be like, God damn.
They have a good team.
They got a solid team over there. Watch
it. Protect the ball and do what he did last year.
Look what they did last year without a solid team.
They got McCann.
You still got DK.
You got DK. You got Little Lockett.
You still
Lockett
got
is
him.
solid. People sleep on Lockett.
You still got a good coach
over there. And you got Jigba. You still got him. And you also got a good running back in Kenneth Walker.
Yeah.
I had picked him a lot of my fantasy, but you got Kenneth Walker. Hey, Seattle.
They got a good stick.
All right. Yeah, but that's why I like my Jigba.
I would give him honorable mention as well. I think he's going to go over there and fit in very nicely.
That's a good receiver to pick up, especially as a number 3 option. He's a number 3.
And I would say he's only an honorable mention because I do still feel like the majority of the offense is going to go through Metcalf and then Lockett. And then, so he won't, because they're not slowing down. So it's not like he's going to just, but I do think he's a good addition over there.
Yeah, you're right. I agree.
I agree.
But
right. Well, that's our top 5.
That's our top 5 rookies. We're going to stay tuned. We're going to follow these rookies throughout the year, of course. Yep. And we're going to definitely revisit this topic to see how our picks fare out,
And tell us what your top 5 rookies will be.
Top 5 rookies
who do you like? Who should, who might be doing something this year?
Yeah, let us
know what you think, and don't say nothing about Zay Flowers because you will see. You will see. Okay.
But thanks for tuning in.
Until next
like
time.
Always, like, comment, subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe. We need to come up with like a like, comment.
We'll put you on the mic and we'll sing it.
Like, comment. No, I'm just kidding. Let's
that was
edit
good.
That out. Like, comment, subscribe.
But yeah, man, we love the appreciation.
Like, comment,
really,
subscribe,
really,
subscribe.
Thank y'all.
All right.
Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.